as you all may know, we are in retrograde in Leo. And baby, when I say it is turned my face up, oh my goodness. Well, anyway, how is everybody today? Today is Sunday. It's my rest day, thank God, until I have to deal with the rest of the world for the rest of this week. Throughout this retrograde, I have stopped smoking, so that's a plus. I have kind of poured into myself a little bit more. Like the energy that I have been giving out, I put it back into myself to just recuperate and realign and just rejuvenate. So I can say that throughout all the, well, I don't want to say chaos, but throughout the little test before testimonies, I've developed a lot much more wisdom and grace. Well, hey boo, I've developed a lot more wisdom and grace throughout the retrogrades to be able to just ground myself a little bit more and to not panic. I think me having anxiety and PTSD has really helped me to like be able to ground myself more when things like this now that I'm more aware happen. But anyway, so y'all know whenever I have a thought or an idea, I just come in my little space and I just start to think, and it's like I don't know where this gender war came from, and it's so heavy now to where it's like everybody kind of think they bigger than the program, and they not. And the one thing that I always hear a lot of people talk about is the fact that, well, I used to be, the person that just do all this for women. I ain't doing this shit no more. It's up with this, then the third. And then you have women that just feel like, well, I pour myself into a man a lot, and I try to, be there for a man, help him grow, this, then the third. And I totally understand that. I've been the woman to deal with stuff like this. I definitely get it, but I just think it's one of the things where you can't fight who you naturally are born to be. So this is my thing with this. I have tried to be the hard shell. I have tried to be, I guess the quote unquote female player or whatever. Like I've tried to like move without feelings. But when I sit down and realize, like, I just feel like this not me. I've tried to hold strong, independent, black woman, hear me roar. But I feel like my ability to be strong, it supersedes in other areas and aspects of my life, especially to be a woman. Like, I'm not trying to, like, I've dated men who absolutely admitted and knew, like, you are meant to be a wife, you're a wife material. Like, it's just, it's different aspects and attributes that I bring to the table where it's like when a man can, even when a man who is not ready can tell it in a woman that is, that's a big thing, and that's a powerful thing to assess within yourself naturally as a woman. And I always feel like that was one of my many unaware gifts that I obtained, simply because the fact of I just know I'm not that woman that's meant to like do all this shit by myself. I just know I'm not that woman who's meant to like carry all the bills and stuff and all. Like, I'm not meant to do that, and I have to be honest with myself. Especially when you have to get to a point where it's like, if you know you are attracting the same type of person, especially as a woman, you have to be able to tell the universe, no, this ain't it. Which means that when the same particular type of, ow, why are you biting me? But when the same particular type of man try to approach you, you have to be able to tell the universe within itself, no, this is no longer what I want. This is no longer what I resonate with. This is not who I am. And I think we have to stop blaming on the fact that all men are the same, because a lot of them are not. Now, like I always say, true enough, you are going to find somebody who has a flaw. But at least make sure that the flaw is worth dealing with, and that person that you're dealing with that has the said flaw can make an effort, is willing to change, is willing to be better, and to not be a victim of his circumstances. And so, like I said, I just feel like when you have to be honest with yourself. If you don't like a certain thing and you want a particular type of lifestyle, tell yourself that, believe that within yourself, and you have to move accordingly like that. Like, if you are meant to be a put up wife, you have to move with those same characteristics. Like, you cannot sit up here and be outside and be with the gang and be with the girls, or you dress better when you with your girls, but with your man, you just kind of like, hey, whatever, I got on that. You're not telling the universe that's really what you want. You want to keep the same old habits, but you want a new type of lifestyle, and it don't go hand in hand. Like, I don't know. At some point we gotta get it, but Yeah, I just had to admit to myself, like, I can't. I'm a natural nurturer. Despite what I do for a living, despite, you know, how I may come off, I'm a natural woman. Like, I'm a nurturer, I'm a teacher, I'm a listener, I'm a guide, I'm an educator, and I'm all these things in my own form. I had to educate myself, reevaluate myself, regrow, relearn, and gain this particular type of wisdom within myself as a woman to know that these are the gifts that I bring. This is what I bring to the table. And, you know, I can still be a protector, but I can be a protector in my own right, in my own way as a woman. And I don't have to do all the extra stuff. Like, I feel like if you have a man and you still trying to play both roles, you don't have a man. Even if you are a man and you have a woman and you're still having to do and portray both roles to where it still feel like you're doing everything by yourself, you don't have a woman. You know, there could be some type of duality, and hey, whatever works for y'all household and whatever works for other people's relationship, that's totally fine. But even at the end of the day, the common denominator is there has to be an equal exchange. Like, nobody can be doing more than the other. Like, even if it's financial, where the person's financial, no matter who it is, if the person is financially doing more than that person, then the other person needs to be bringing up at least another equal amount in said relationship. Like, even if it's just like the things that a person may have to worry about playing both roles, whether it's getting the kids ready for school or getting the kids prepared for school, cooking, cleaning, maintaining certain things, taking like the paperwork and the other loads off. That's where the equal exchange. At least if I got to worry about how I'm gonna make the bills, you know what I'm saying, how I'm gonna get them paid, I don't want to have to worry about the other things, you know. And I think that women have been trying to emasculate themselves for so long, where sometimes they don't know how to get out of it, or they're just who they've learned themselves to be. And then I think with men, nobody has really put a fire under men's asses to be like, this is what you are supposed to do. And even if it ain't the said role, or where some men are natural born possible providers, you could provide in some way, so there's no excuse to just not do anything, especially if you are in a partnership. I just don't understand it. So I think folks just got to get back into we got to get back into the habit of just learning how to walk fully in one position first, and then whatever person you decide to coexist with, to partnership with, to union with, you start to learn them. You understand the weaknesses, you understand the strengths, you understand what works best for the dynamic in order for everything to be successful. Without that, without a discussion, without learning that person, you know, everything's gonna kind of clash and it's gonna fail. And I think like people don't take the also as well, like people don't take the time out to really learn people's flaws or their real internal issues. Like, I'm a person where I can talk to whoever about whatever, no matter what it is, because I really want to learn people's backgrounds. And I think people are not given enough grace and understanding to really learn their partner, because it's so easy to say, yeah, I want the truth, I want you to tell me everything. Then when the truth prevails, it's like, oh shit. And I feel like with men, when it comes to things like that, because it's also something that sabotages a lot of relationships, people ain't face their own demons. People ain't face their own truths about themselves in order to be truthful with their partner. And it's like, I feel like you don't give people, when you don't do that, I feel like you don't give a person a chance to really understand you, learn you. And therefore, if the vulnerability is open enough where you're wanting to make a better impact on your relationship, especially if it's worth it, then it just won't work out. And I feel like with men, how can I put it? A lot of men honestly are willing to be vulnerable, but they don't allow themselves to have. And I think with women, we're so scared to be vulnerable, where it's like we have suppressed and took so many of our feelings aside, where, like I said, by us being women, it's going to ooze out. We are emotional creatures, and I want women to understand it, and I want men to understand it. Women are emotional creatures, so however much we are a portal, so however much we hold it, it's going to ooze out in our emotions. And I feel like no matter what, everybody needs this space to have somebody to talk to. And I feel like it's imperative. And people walk around with so many facades and so many poker faces to where it's like y'all are you fighting a battle without saying you fighting a battle. And it comes out in different types of addictions. So I just feel like first and foremost, people have to get to understand who they truly are, be honest with themselves about it, so therefore you can be honest with other people. If you're a wild child, baby, if you like to be in the streets, be honest about it. You ain't got to lie. It's somebody out there that's gonna like it. When I say it's somebody out there for everybody, somebody gonna like it. But you don't have to lie to a particular type of people. If you can't bring something to the table that you know that person wants, and that's how they've always been, that's where the fall comes from, where people try to portray an image that they can't maintain after so long. When the curtains close, you start to reveal who you really are. You can't keep a facade so long, and that's why like I said, that's why most of the relationships fail. But back to what I was originally saying though, like I just don't want I want women to stop trying to be something that they not, and I want men to stop trying to portray an image to other people that really don't give a damn. Like, men are showers. They have to prove something. They feel like they got something to prove. So I feel like make sure you prove something to the people that actually is worth proving something to. And with women, it's like still stay a woman. No matter what, no matter who. You can always change the person, but you can't necessarily change who you really are. And if you are a woman that's a nurturer, don't try to hard yourself up. I'm telling you, it don't work. I try and it don't work because I can't naturally fight who I am. I can't naturally pull back my womanly energy, my feminine energy to be something else. Like I said, I've tried it and it don't feel right. Because it's doing me a disservice, because it's like the whole relationship that I'm trying to build is just keep walking on a lie. It's walking on a facade. And I can't move like that. That's not at me to move like that. I can't. I never will, and I never want to. So it got to a point where I had to start telling the universe, no, I can't do no more situationships. I can't do no more pouring into people that don't want to be poured into. And like I said, once you walk in your truth, everything starts to just kind of align for you. Now, it's a beautiful feeling, a very beautiful feeling. But with men, if you are a giver, you are naturally supposed to give. That's why you are physical beings who work and provide and give something. You give something productive and meaningful. When you really walk into yourself as the masculine energy and the masculine king that you are, you give a lot more than you think you don't. But the thing is, a lot of y'all men try to gravitate to the women that aren't deserving of it, because of an image that you want to portray to people that really don't even matter. And yeah, if you are a giver, if you are a provider, the new word for it is a simp. I feel like that's not a simp. That's just a man practicing chivalry. And I feel like a lot of men are lacking chivalry because a lot of women don't know how to receive a man giving chivalry. And that is, it's a scary thing. It's a scary thing. It's 2025 for real though. Like, women don't know how to accept it. Men are not trying to provide it. And I just want our men to start back being real men. And in the sense of being a real man, be who you naturally are on this earth to be. Whatever that may be, and that's true to you, be who you are and stop letting people that really don't even matter to you change who you naturally are supposed to be on this earth. And women, the same goes for you. If you are a natural giver, stop pouring it. You have to know which glasses and which bowls you have to pour into. Like, some of them, you got to just pour your stuff back out and replenish yourself. And some of them, it's like a well. You will pour into the well, and it's gonna bring you so much. It's gonna fill the land. You understand? It's gonna fill the community. It's gonna pour back into you, and it's gonna let your acres of land grow. If you get what I'm saying. So yeah, women, just be you. Like I say, just be who you are naturally destined to be. If you are born a wife, stop trying to be a thought. If you are a thought, stop trying to be a wife. Y'all are ruining these men, and men, y'all are ruining these women. Trying to be something that you're not. You're doing a disservice to yourself. Because no matter what, if it's not fulfilling to your spirit, the signs are always going to be there. But the thing is, we try to ignore it. We try to ignore it. But, yeah, we got to do better, y'all. We got to do better. That's all I got. But I am going to enjoy the rest of my day today. I'm a new plant mommy. This is my first plant. This is a money tree. I got it from Fresh Market. And I just put my green jade in it. It might be aventurine. Not sure, I forgot. I got so many. But I just put it in here. And I'm just supposed to water it like once a week or whatever. So I watered it. When did I get this? What's today? Friday. So yeah, I started off right. So I'm just letting it get some sun too. So yeah, I just want to introduce my new plant. Yeah. So we'll see. I'll give y'all an update on it as well. And I still gotta talk to y'all about the moldavite. I think on my other video I talked about it, but I didn't really go in depth with it. But like I said, it's still fresh. I only had it for probably close to a month now. So I'm in the towering moment phase, if you will. So yes, everything is just kind of, I don't want to say stuff is crumbling, but stuff is starting to tear down in order for us to rebuild it back up. So yeah. So tune in, you guys. I thank you so much for watching. I thank you so much for liking, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions, want me to touch on anything. And I love you guys. Enjoy y'all day. Take a moment for yourself. Breathe, relax. Do not rush yourself. One thing I have learned about myself as well is that take your time. Because what's for you is for you. And you can't rush that. You can't rush the process. Rome was not built in a day. So that's all I have for today. And that's all I have for now. I love y'all. Bye.